the moon plays a big role in your spiritual attacks, and not in a good way. So we've all been hearing these controversial theories that the moon is whole on the inside and that it's some artificial ship and stuff like that. And I honestly, I thought that that's bullshit. But recently, I discovered some quite interesting information. For example, I just read the cards for the last night, and last night was a blue moon, and a lot of people get very heavy witchcraft attacks on the full moon. And that is simply because, and let me tell you, I'm talking about witchcraft, but this is technology, okay? This is AI. This is technology beyond our understanding. Okay, and this is why we call it witchcraft. And this is why people still believe in religion, although it's absolutely scientifically cannot be proven, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, so you gotta understand that the moon is something like, you can imagine like a satellite, okay? And it's just um, creating and making the energy that's being sent out much, much stronger. Interestingly enough, if you send good and positive energy, it doesn't really work that way, right? But currently, at least. But if you send negative energy, if you go do some shit on the graveyard and you try unalive your neighbor and shit like that, the energy is much, 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 much stronger. So the only thing that this tells me is that on the full moon, the witch bitches that go and do bad and negative shit are supported by the negative forces that are actually pulling the strings on how this earth and the matrix works. And I wanted to do a separate video on it, but I'm going to include the information here because I think it's important. All of those people that are bowing to the moon, to some moon goddesses and stuff, like, who the hell are you bowing to? Those energies are made up so that they can harvest your energy. You don't need to bow to anyone or anything, definitely not to an artificial something that is out there in the sky, because there are indigenous tribes that still remembers the time, and stories are being told about the time that the moon was not in the sky, and one beautiful motherfucking day it arrived. Okay, so I don't give a shit if someone's calling me crazy or a conspiracy theorist. That is for fact the truth, and there are more than enough evidence, actually, if you dig into it, to find that support actually the theory that the moon is artificial, absolutely artificial, and is used against humanity in general. So when we talk about witchcraft, first of all, they are sending definitely quite negative frequencies, especially on the full moon. And if you're a sensitive person, you can actually feel it. So right, last night as I was looking at the moon, I was feeling the frequencies that are being sent out. For example, one of them is that they don't want people to, and specific people, light workers, the light souls, the bots, the NPCs, they're fine, but the light workers, they don't want them to procreate because they want slaves. They want slaves on Earth. They want batteries that they can actually reap the energy from. And they want an unendless, candles going crazy, unendless source of energy. Okay, and they are playing divide and conquer. And while the idiots on Earth are like, oh, I'm gonna send Gaia some negative witchcraft and she's gonna see because I'm so strong and I have all of those entities on my side. Bitch, you dumb as shit and as fuck. Okay? I cannot not curse how stupid those people are. Okay? While you do that, they harvest your energy. The entities are attaching to you, and then you are trying to create a court to me so that they can come and latch on me as well. And in general, and if you look at the big picture, it's bad for the entire humanity. right? But people are dumb as shit. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. And a lot of them are actually just soulless meat sacks that walk around and are being controlled by the archons, by the shit creatures that are currently ruling over the earth. So you need to wake up and stop bowing to the moon and stop bowing to some weird entities. Okay, because I know that I even had that recently, right? That specific entity energy tried to claim me, and I'm like, no, I ain't doing that shit. I've been on that road. I understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not just love and light and making shit up. No, I've been on the other side as well, so I know what I'm talking about when I tell you that you need to stop bowing to any types of deities, any types of entities, the moon and that shit, because it's bad for you and it's only supporting the matrix. You better believe me. And if you don't believe me, try it out yourself. Look at the moon and see what you actually really feel. Do you really feel empowered, and in what way? And if you're one of those dark energies and shit like that, like you're on the wrong channel, honestly. But it's just negative, okay? And bowing to entities is nothing but giving consent to an entity to reap your energy. If you think that they're helping you in any way, if you think, why the hell do you need help? You have the God particle within you. You have your soul. You're actually much stronger than all of them. That is why they are actually twisting everything on earth. That is why they are oppressing and enslaving humanity in general and that planet, so that they can reap the energy, because they don't have it themselves. If you know, you know. Okay? Stop bowing to the moon, and what you can do to protect yourself from all of the frequencies that they're sending out, because they're currently attacking light workers and people that are in generally awakened, and people that are asking questions, people that are starting to wake up. You just visualize the grid around you, your body, your aura, your bed, your house, your land, whatever, whenever you live, right? And you say that you create an energy field, energy grid that is neutralizing the frequencies that are being sent towards you, your family, your house, your home, your animals, whatever it is, from the moon and from whatever entities you think you are attacked by. And let me tell you, at the beginning, you are gonna feel resistance, and feeling the resistance is actually basically the proof that what I'm telling you is the truth. Okay. It is the truth. And you're going to feel resistance, but you got to continue. You got to keep it up. You got to create and visualize that grid around you that is protecting you from all of those negative frequencies that are being sent out. And once you are protected from that, you're probably going to be on a level where you don't really have to much worry about some idiot going to the graveyard and trying to curse you and hex you, just because it's not gonna come through at all. Okay, so there were times for me where shit was happening and I was going crazy about it. I was like, how the hell is that possible? Okay, but once you level up your consciousness, once you really understand the big picture and how things function, things start to look much different. And I'm not saying that you're gonna be invincible. I'm not like that. Okay, but you're gonna look and you're gonna see and feel that whatever person, shitty person, is sending witchcraft towards you, and you're gonna be like, bitch, you're dumb, and you're selling your soul for nothing, being eaten up by entities, and you think you're doing what, right? So I'm gonna clear that out. What you gonna do once you lose all of your soul? Because throughout the years, as I've been practicing, I've seen people who had the spark in them, the God spark, the light in them, and they were surrounded by negative dark entities. And I told that person, I told that person, you are so dark, yo. Like, you have so many negative entities around you. You need to put and let the light come through, otherwise they're gonna eat you up. 10, 11, and my cat is screaming. So, but some people just, continue on that road no matter what. But if you're someone who is struggling with witchcraft, again, just to wrap it up, I don't want too long of a video. If you're someone who is struggling with witchcraft and you feel some weird frequencies and you didn't know what to do because you don't understand that there are artificial satellites and stuff all over that are actually influencing you. So basically, yeah, the struggle is real, especially if you're awakened, especially if you have high vibration, because the high vibration is what they try to oppress this entire time. So the struggle is real and you need to continue to fight. You're not crazy. Don't worry about witchcraft as much as you should worry what they're sending out as frequencies, because they're opening portals as well. With technology, it's technology. 1111. So the way that they are opening the portals is that the specific frequencies on a specific spot are being made equal with the frequency of another astral dimension. And in this way, once the frequencies are even, a wormhole opens and shit comes through. This is what they do with specific antennas that we have, with the 5G, with the satellites that are out there. Like, if you look at night at the sky, like, don't tell me you don't see them. Please open up your eyes. Please look up. Don't be a sheep, because I know we used to have sheeps, and sheeps are like just looking down, never looking up. Never. Please don't be a sheep. Okay? Just look up and start asking questions. That's it. That's it. I'll see you in the next video for one-on-one readings. You're going to find my email in the pinned comment down below. If you have any questions and suggestions, you may also drop them in the comments down below. And I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.